Alright, you beautiful peoples of the internet, it's me Glyn and this is Cheapskate Fishing. Down here, I'm only going to be down here for about an hour or two, so I'm turning around and just putting my bag down because it's a bit muddy down there. And I saw a couple of anglers using a slightly different technique for lure fishing. So basically this is a suing or a sea trout setup where they put a teaser fly. Now I've got these bass flies that I've never really had much success with, but what I've done is I've put that on the clip and then added a little bit extra sort of snood length then, or leader length, and then I'm going to put a lure. I'm not necessarily going to use this lure, I'm going to change the lures around, but essentially I'm going to try this technique. Now the tide's just turned, just coming in. I've had a little bit of success here last year, but I've had a good few bass this year, but nothing, you know, none of those sessions where you're catching 4 or 5 bass. It's either 1 or maybe 2. And anyway, so I'm only going to be down here for an hour or two, and we'll just see how this goes. So I'll keep the camera running while we throw the first one in. So as I say, I don't know if I'll pick this up on camera, and I hope the sound is coming out all right, because it is quite windy down here. I've got the mic kind of muffled away, so I might come out muffled. So yeah, you can see there's a teaser fly. Now I'm not sure if this is how you should set it up, or if you should really just tie this fly onto the leader, but I've got it on a clip so I can quickly whip it on and off, and then I've just used a little swivel with another piece of line to another link. So in theory normally you'd have the lure linked without this wire to here. So it's just an experiment really, innit? And just try these things out. Anyway, I'm gonna try this lure out. I've never caught on this one. The white ones I have, but not the black ones. They were recommended in one of the local fishing shops, Angler's Corner. They're pretty good actually, Angler's Corner, if you can catch them online. They're one of the bigger online suppliers. Anyway, let me shut up and put a few casts in. And of course it's only a little way across there. Let's get this braid wet first. I can't, normally when the bass are here you'll see them messing about on the edges, or like sort of chasing prey on the edges, but anyway, this is just an experiment, so yeah, it looks good. The only thing I'm worried about with this sort of setup is the lure catching on where the fly is set up, and it's a little bit windy today as well, so alright, you beautiful peoples, this is part 2 of my fishing with a teaser fly on my lure setup. So I'm using my little trusted Momo lure with a candy cotton colour, very slight colouring on it. Now the first part of this video, obviously I didn't catch anything, so hopefully I'll change that today. Today, when it's secret, I was down here yesterday, and just about an hour during the turn of the tide, during the flood of the tide, I did hit 2 bass, one of which I was more than big enough to take home. It was about 48 centimeters, so I took him home. So anyway, so we're just going to test, and hopefully I can get on film that the teaser fly does sort of work, although I didn't catch the fish on the fly. Hold on, let me just put the rod back. There we go. So I didn't catch the fish on the fly, I caught him on the lure, and I also have taken the other treble off this lure, and that didn't make a difference yesterday. Both fish yesterday were caught on the end treble. So we're going to throw a few casts out, and let's hopefully we can get something on camera this time. I'm just going to try and choose my spot. As you can see, this is the rocky ground that I've made a couple of videos off recently. Tends to be where the bass are at the minute. I've tried a few other spots I do a lot more footage than I ever put out. It's just that a lot of the times when you don't catch a fish, it's like, do I really need to put a video out? It's always a bit disappointing when you don't catch fish. But oh, a little flounder just shot off then. So yeah, so I'm going to get a few casts out now, and what I'll do is I'll turn the camera on if we hit into something. And the old twitch stopping. Oh, there's a rock there. Yes. Whatever it is, it's not interested in the lure. I could mess about putting different lures on, but to be honest, I've had quite a lot of luck with this candy floss style, or candy colour, or whatever they call it. Candy something. Candy colours. It's probably about right. Where is that fish? I think that's a mullet just milling about. I mean, it's normally the mullets that when they're milling about in the water, they leave a little wake behind them. A bass tend to be like, they'll be striking at a bait fish, or you know, you won't really see them until they're either on the lure or unless they're feeding on the surface. But I tell you what, I did see something strange yesterday when I was out. I didn't pick it up on camera, but a bass upside down. It was fishing in the weeds, and it must have been after crabs, and its head was down and its tail was out the water flapping, so it was literally nose to the ground and tail out the water. It's quite unusual behaviour, but I'm guessing what it was doing, it was searching, grubbing about in the weeds, because that's what it was. Probably searching for crabs. But it's just a weird orientation. You don't expect fish to be this sort of orientation in the water, but they can do that. And pick up this lure now, and this is the Momo lure. Now I don't have to have this teaser on. I'm just doing this for shits and giggles. But I'll see if I can pick it up here and see how. Quite a good action on it. Right, we're in. We're in. It's taken a bit of a while. It's given a nice little fight as well. Don't think he's a big bass. Oh, just a little schoolie, but yeah, a lovely little fight off him though. Here he is. Ah, there he is. Nice little bass. Right, let's get him unhooked. Oh dear, he's gone in the weed. Right. Right, one little bass with the teaser fly and the flying condom. Let's throw him back in. Right, off he goes.